Japan-Bangladesh Free Trade Agreement, strengthening bilateral economic ties. Introduction. The economic relationship between Japan and Bangladesh has witnessed significant growth over the past decades. As Bangladesh approaches its graduation from the least developed country (LDC) status in 2026, both nations have recognized the need to establish a more structured and mutually beneficial trade framework. This realization has culminated in the initiation of negotiations for a Free Trade Agreement (FTA), specifically an Economic Partnership Agreement (EPA) aimed at sustaining and enhancing bilateral trade and investment. Historical context of Japan-Bangladesh relations. Diplomatic relations between Japan and Bangladesh were officially established on February 10, 1972. Over the years, Japan has emerged as one of Bangladesh's most significant development partners, contributing to various infrastructure projects, including the Matarbari Deep Sea Port and the Dhaka Metro Rail. Trade between the two countries has also seen a steady rise, with Japan becoming a vital export destination for Bangladeshi goods, particularly in the ready-made garments sector. Rationale for the Free Trade Agreement. Post-LDC graduation challenges. Bangladesh's impending graduation from LDC status presents both opportunities and challenges. While the graduation signifies economic progress, it also means the potential loss of preferential trade benefits currently enjoyed under various international agreements. To mitigate the adverse effects of this transition, establishing an FTA with Japan aims to retain duty-free access to the Japanese market, ensuring that Bangladeshi exports remain competitive. Mutual economic benefits. For Japan, an FTA with Bangladesh offers access to a burgeoning market with a growing middle class. Japanese companies have shown increasing interest in Bangladesh as a destination for investment, particularly in sectors like manufacturing, textiles, and technology. The FTA is expected to provide a structured framework that facilitates smoother trade and investment flows, benefiting businesses and consumers in both countries. Progress in negotiations. Initiation of formal talks. The journey towards the FTA began with the signing of a Memorandum of Cooperation (MOC) between the two nations. This MOC laid the groundwork for detailed discussions and feasibility studies. In December 2022, both countries announced the launch of a joint feasibility study to explore the potential benefits and challenges of the proposed agreement. This study aimed to provide a comprehensive analysis, ensuring that the FTA would be equitable and advantageous for both parties. Establishment of the Joint Study Group. To facilitate the negotiation process, a Joint Study Group (JSG) was formed, comprising representatives from both governments, industry experts, and academics. The JSG conducted multiple rounds of discussions, focusing on various aspects of the proposed agreement, including trade in goods and services, investment opportunities, rules of origin, customs procedures, and trade facilitation measures. Their collaborative efforts culminated in a comprehensive report, which recommended the formal initiation of EPA negotiations. Formal launch of EPA negotiations. Building upon JSG's recommendations, formal negotiations for the EPA were officially launched in March 2024. The inaugural negotiation round, held in Dhaka, set the stage for subsequent discussions, with both sides expressing optimism about concluding the agreement by December 2025. This timeline is strategically aligned to ensure that the EPA is in place before Bangladesh's LDC graduation in 2026, thereby providing a seamless transition for businesses and exporters. Key components of the proposed agreement. Trade in goods. A central focus of the EPA is the reduction or elimination of tariffs on a wide range of goods traded between Japan and Bangladesh. This move is anticipated to boost export volumes, diversify the trade portfolio, and make products more affordable for consumers in both countries. Particular attention is being given to sectors where both nations have competitive advantages, ensuring that the agreement fosters balanced trade growth. Trade in services. Beyond goods, the EPA aims to liberalize the services sector, facilitating greater collaboration in areas such as information technology, finance, healthcare, and education. By easing restrictions and promoting mutual recognition of professional qualifications, both countries hope to tap into each other's expertise, driving innovation and service excellence. Investment promotion and protection. The agreement seeks to create a conducive environment for investors by establishing clear guidelines on investment protection, dispute resolution mechanisms, and incentives. This framework is expected to attract more Japanese investments into Bangladesh, leading to technology transfer, job creation, and infrastructure development. Conversely, Bangladeshi enterprises will find it easier to explore investment opportunities in Japan, fostering economic interdependence. Rules of origin. Determining the origin of products is crucial for administering tariffs and trade preferences. The EPA negotiations are addressing rules of origin to ensure that only goods substantially produced or processed in Japan or Bangladesh benefit from the agreed-upon concessions. Clear and mutually agreed-upon rules will prevent trade circumvention and protect the interests of domestic industries. Customs procedures and trade facilitation. Streamlining customs procedures are essential for reducing trade costs and expediting the movement of goods. The EPA aims to introduce measures that enhance transparency, simplify documentation, and promote the use of technology in customs operations. Such initiatives are expected to reduce delays, combat illicit trade activities, and improve overall efficiency at ports of entry. Potential economic impact. Boosting bilateral trade. The EPA is projected to significantly enhance trade volumes between Japan and Bangladesh. With the elimination of tariffs and non-tariff barriers, Bangladeshi products, especially textiles and apparel, will become more competitive in the Japanese market. Simultaneously, Japanese goods, including automobiles, electronics, and machinery, are expected to see increased demand in Bangladesh, driven by improved affordability and consumer trust in Japanese brands. Enhancing investment flows. A stable and predictable investment climate, as envisaged under the EPA, is likely to attract more Japanese companies to set up operations in Bangladesh. This influx of foreign direct investment (FDI) will not only bring in capital but also introduce advanced technologies and management practices. The resultant industrial growth is expected to create employment opportunities, enhance skill development, and contribute to Bangladesh's economic diversification efforts. Strengthening economic cooperation. The Japan-Bangladesh EPA is expected to foster deeper economic cooperation beyond just trade and investment. This includes joint research initiatives, technological collaboration, and skill development programs. Japan has a strong track record of supporting Bangladesh's infrastructural growth, and the agreement may lead to more targeted collaborations in key sectors such as renewable energy, automotive manufacturing, and digital transformation. Infrastructure development. Japan is already a key player in Bangladesh's infrastructure development, funding projects like the Dhaka Metro Rail, the Matarbari Deep Sea Port, and various power plants. Under the EPA, Japanese firms may receive incentives to participate in additional large-scale infrastructure projects, further strengthening economic ties. Improved infrastructure will not only facilitate trade but also enhance Bangladesh's attractiveness as a manufacturing and logistics hub. Technology transfer and industrial upgradation. Bangladesh has been striving to move beyond a reliance on low-cost labor and transition towards a knowledge-based economy. The EPA could facilitate technology transfer from Japan to Bangladesh, helping local industries upgrade their production techniques, improve efficiency, and meet global standards. This is particularly crucial for Bangladesh's textile and apparel sector, which faces increasing pressure to adopt sustainable practices. SME collaboration. Small and medium enterprises (SMEs) form the backbone of both the Japanese and Bangladeshi economies. The FTA is expected to encourage partnerships between SMEs in both countries, providing Bangladeshi businesses with access to advanced Japanese technologies and management strategies. In return, Japanese SMEs can explore cost-effective production and outsourcing opportunities in Bangladesh. Challenges and considerations. Trade imbalance. One of the major challenges in the Japan-Bangladesh trade relationship is the existing trade imbalance. While Bangladesh exports mostly garments and leather products to Japan, it imports higher-value machinery, electronics, and vehicles. To ensure a balanced trade partnership, Bangladesh must work on diversifying its export basket, promoting sectors such as pharmaceuticals, ICT services, and agro-based products. Non-tariff barriers. Bangladeshi exporters often face stringent non-tariff barriers when entering the Japanese market, including high product quality and safety standards. To fully benefit from the EPA, Bangladesh must improve its compliance with international standards and invest in better testing and certification infrastructure. The agreement is expected to include provisions for technical assistance and capacity-building programs to help Bangladeshi exporters meet these requirements. Implementation and bureaucratic hurdles. The success of the EPA depends largely on its effective implementation. Both countries must ensure that bureaucratic delays, complex regulatory procedures, and inadequate trade facilitation measures do not hinder the benefits of the agreement. A dedicated trade facilitation committee may be established to address operational challenges and resolve disputes efficiently. Protection of domestic industries. While free trade agreements open up markets, they also pose risks to domestic industries that may struggle to compete with cheaper or higher quality imports. Bangladesh must adopt a strategic approach, ensuring that key industries receive adequate support to upgrade and compete effectively in the Japanese market. Safeguard measures and phased tariff reductions may be included in the agreement to allow domestic businesses time to adjust. Future prospects. Expanding the agreement to a regional level. If successfully implemented, the Japan-Bangladesh EPA could pave the way for Bangladesh's integration into larger regional trade agreements, such as the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership (CPTPP), or the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership (RCEP), which Japan is already a member of. Bangladesh's participation in such agreements could further enhance its global trade prospects and attract more foreign investment. Strengthening political and strategic ties. Beyond economic benefits, the EPA is expected to strengthen diplomatic relations between Japan and Bangladesh. As Japan seeks to expand its influence in South Asia, Bangladesh plays a crucial role in regional connectivity initiatives such as the Bay of Bengal Industrial Growth Belt (Big B). Stronger trade and investment ties will likely translate into greater cooperation in areas such as regional security, maritime affairs, and climate change mitigation. Encouraging Japanese manufacturing in Bangladesh. With rising production costs in China, Japanese companies are increasingly looking for alternative manufacturing destinations. Bangladesh, with its competitive labor costs and improving infrastructure, is well positioned to attract Japanese manufacturers in sectors such as automobiles, electronics, and industrial machinery. The EPA could provide additional incentives for Japanese firms to set up factories in Bangladesh, creating a more balanced economic relationship. Conclusion. The Japan-Bangladesh Free Trade Agreement represents a significant milestone in the economic relationship between the two nations. As Bangladesh transitions to a developing economy, securing a stable and preferential trade arrangement with Japan will help mitigate post-LDC challenges and drive long-term economic growth. Meanwhile, Japan stands to gain access to a dynamic emerging market with immense investment potential. While challenges such as trade imbalances, non-tariff barriers, and implementation issues must be addressed, the overall outlook for the EPA remains highly positive. By fostering greater trade, investment, and technological collaboration, the agreement has the potential to transform Japan-Bangladesh economic relations and contribute to the broader Indo-Pacific economic landscape. If successfully executed, it could serve as a model for Bangladesh's future trade agreements with other developed economies. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd love for you to join our growing community. If you enjoy our content, please hit the subscribe button to stay connected with us. It's a small gesture that makes a big difference and ensures you never miss our latest videos. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon for instant updates whenever we upload something new. Your support inspires us to keep creating content that you'll love. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to having you on this journey. Keep watching and stay tuned.